Hello all, I'm Gray the TF2 Weapon Ideas guy, and I have decided today to talk about a fairly controversial mechanic within the game, which is the Pomson 6000's ability to drain Ubercharge. Since Ubercharge is usually left to the medic and his team to decide, it's really a change having an enemy being able to affect the Ubercharge without completely killing the medic outright. And it definitely makes sense that the engineer would have this weapon. I feel that he's the right class, if any, to have this weapon, if this weapon would be allowed. Because Ubers are a huge counter to him. He has historically had weapons that counter his counters, such as the Short Circuit and a Southern Hospitality. The Pomson is no different. But unfortunately, in all my hours playing TF2, I've never seen it actually score a hit on a medic at a time where it mattered, like when they were going to push in on his nest and destroy it and win the round. I've only seen it happen in little annoying situations where the medic just gets annoyed and has a negative experience, whereas the engineer doesn't really care because he did a hit, but it wasn't really that important. And another thing, if we look at the Uber saw, it's the other method of changing the Uber advantage between a team. It is extremely risk versus reward and puts the medic in question in a huge dangerous spot. The Pomson, meanwhile, the engineer can just sit back and spam it, and if he misses, he can try again. If the medic misses the Uber saw, he's likely dead. That's not fair. That's plain and simple. That's kind of obvious. And I feel that if an enemy is to alter the overcharge percentage without killing the medic, I think it should be at a high cost, potentially that player's own life. Because averting an overcharge like that is really important. So, my thoughts, since we've established it should be a melee weapon, and it should be high risk and high reward, and you should be punished for not doing it right, but you should be rewarded for doing it right, then that leaves one option that I think would be really good. The third degree. See, it already messes with medics, but it's not really that useful right now. And the Pyro is a class that can't escape easily, but still has a chance at escaping. I feel like the third degree is the right choice for this. So, let's have a hypothetical scenario. Two of them, in fact. We have this engineer palm spamming at a medic and his friends. The engineer scores a hit on the medic. Good job for the engineer. And the medic loses 10% overcharge, and the engineer probably doesn't really care because it's not like I've ever seen it make a difference other than annoying the medic. So the medic has a negative experience and probably gets a little angry at the game and does not have fun. The engineer probably doesn't care. It's not that big of a deal in his case. If it was in a clinched situation, the likes of which I have never seen in 1,000 hours, that might make the engineer happy, but it's not good. And then our other situation with the third degree Pyro. A third degree Pyro jumps in on a medic and his buddies, and if he hits the medic, then it's a high point for that Pyro, but it's a low point for the medic and his team. At least it's a justified low point, because the medic and his teammates were not good enough at avoiding that potential threat, so they can actually do something better next time, as opposed to the Pomson, where it's really glitchy and kind of hard to dodge. It's not really a question of the medic's own skill, but of luck, almost. And if the third degree Pyro misses, then he knows that he needs to try harder next time, and the medic and his buddies can be happy knowing that this threat has been averted. So, what are the final stats that I would like to lay out here? I believe that a good attribute to put in, the third degree now drains 25% Uber on hit. It no longer passes through medigun beams. It fires half as fast as any other weapon, any other melee weapon. it deploys 100% slower and holsters 100% slower, and it cannot get random crits. That personally sounds fair to me. Let me know what you think. That was my thoughts on the Uber Drain mechanic and how we could work it. Thank you for watching.